is up, guys? It's the John Gasm coming at you today with a brand new episode and the second official episode of my new series, Secrets of Cinema. If you're unfamiliar with this series, basically all I do is I look up some interesting facts and little known facts about some of your favorite movies and I share them with you. There will be a link to the first episode I did, which was about The Incredibles, at the end of the video. But for today, the movie we're going to be talking about is Up. The reason I decided on Up was because a lot of you guys commented in the comment section on the last video saying that you wanted to see more Pixar or Disney movies talked about. So I figured, hey, Up is a pretty fantastic movie. Let's go with that. Without further ado, I'm going to jump right into the interesting facts portion of the video. The first fact that I'm going to share with you guys is exactly how many balloons would it have really taken to lift Carl's house off the ground, out of its foundation, and into the air. In the actual movie, it takes 10,297 balloons to make Carl's house airborne. However, Pixar calculated how many balloons it would take in real life, and that total came to around 26.5 million. Another interesting thing that kind of goes along with that is the animation team actually consulted with a team of architects so they could really understand how the foundations of homes work, and so the liftoff for the home would be more realistic. Something pretty cool about the character design in this movie is that all of the protagonists were designed with circles and squares in mind, while all of the villains were designed with triangles in mind. If you look right here, Carl's face or head shape is actually kind of rectangular along with his glasses, while his nose is obviously very, very round, and his eyes. Also, if you look at his wife's character design, her head is very circular along with her eyes and nose, and her glasses are rectangular too. Also kind of coinciding with character design, Carl's face was actually based on the famous actor Spencer Tracy's face, while his personality was based on Walter Matthau's. I may be pronouncing that second actor's name wrong, but I believe it is either Walter Matthau or Walter Matthau. Kind of a cool reference to another very famous Pixar movie. There is actually a scene in the beginning of Up where Ellie and Carl go have a picnic under a tree. The tree that they have a picnic under is actually seen in the movie A Bug's Life. Not only that, but that same tree is also featured in Toy Story 2. Pretty sweet. Now, if you saw the last Secrets of Cinema episode I did where I talked about The Incredibles, you may remember me referencing a certain number that appears quite a bit in Pixar movies, A113 or A113. That alphanumeric combination actually refers to a classroom over at Cal Arts where a lot of Pixar animators went to school. That same combination of numbers and letters is actually seen to be the name of the courtroom that Carl is waiting outside of in the beginning of the movie as well. Another interesting reference, because we know Disney and Pixar loves to reference their own movies, is in the scene where Carl's house is lifted off the ground. You can actually see the Pizza Planet truck from the movie Toy Story. In addition to this, the truck is seen again when Russell is lowered out the window of the house towards the end of the movie, and in the very last scene in the parking lot of an ice cream parlor. Speaking of Russell, the kid who played his voice, Jordan Nagai, at least I think that's how you pronounce his last name, was actually casted after his brother Hunter's audition. Over 400 kids auditioned for this part, but the reason that Jordan stood out to the casting team was because he seemed extremely innocent and cute, and he wouldn't stop talking throughout his brother's audition, which, if you remember his character in Up, kind of matches personality-wise with him. A few more facts before we get to my favorite fact of them all. Up was actually the first Pixar movie to be shown in 3D and the second Pixar movie to receive a PG rating. The Incredibles was the first. Now, the last and in my opinion greatest fact of them all, I'm going to read right off my computer as I normally do with the last fact because it's so awesome and I don't want to mess this up. The villain in Up, Charles Muntz, was actually named after Charles Mintz, or Charles Mintz, M-I-N-T-Z, the Universal Pictures executive who, in 1928, stole Walt Disney's production rights to the highly successful Oswald the Lucky Rabbit cartoon series. This led Walt Disney to create Mickey Mouse, who soon eclipsed Oswald in popularity. So they basically took the name of the real-life villain of the Disney company when it was first starting out and named the villain in this movie after him. And that is one of the many reasons I love Disney as a company. They always put all of these cool little references or secrets for the audience to find, and that is a pretty cool one. And a pretty, if you don't mind me saying, BA1. Sorry for the language. But that is basically all the facts that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today about Up. I hope you enjoyed the facts and found them interesting. I obviously did. That's why I shared them with you guys. Feel free to click the link at the end of this video to watch the pilot episode of this series about The Incredibles. And if you want to see more of this series, make sure you rate, comment in the comment section down below what movie you want me to talk about next, and most importantly, subscribe so you'll be notified next time I upload one of these. And as you guys may have noticed, I am home right now, and I'm very, very happy to be filming here and not in my crappy old dorm room. And because of the fact that I'm home, and because of the fact that it's spring break, I am going to be bringing you 2 additional videos this week. One will be a cartoon conspiracy, and the other will be another episode of Ask the Johngasm. Thank you all for watching, and thank you for your support. I love you all. Stay beautiful, stay awesome, and stay fresh.